Coffee bean prices are still high, and if you're running a cafe, you've probably been feeling it for a while now. Whether you're buying roasted coffee or sourcing green, it's getting harder to ignore. But will prices stay this high, or are we due for a break? I've been chatting with cafe owners, roasters, and doing a bit of reading to get a little bit of clarity. No bold predictions here, just a look at what's going on, what might be coming, and how people in the industry are thinking about it. Let's dig in. All right, let's talk about what's actually driving prices up. It's a mix of things. Mostly stuff happening on the supply side, but demand plays a role too. First up, weather. Countries like Brazil and Vietnam grow most of the world's coffee, and they've been hit hard. Brazil had a brutal drought, then got slammed by frost. Vietnam's dealt with crazy rain, followed by more drought. That messes with the harvest and cuts down how much coffee is available. Then there's the labor situation. Fewer people want to work in coffee farming, especially younger folks. And that means it costs more to get the coffee picked and processed. Add in supply chain issues like shipping delays from the Red Sea tensions or backups at major ports, and beans are taking longer and costing more to move around. Some farmers are also choosing to hold back their coffee, hoping prices will rise even more. That tightens supply even further. On the demand side, coffee consumption is still going up, especially in places like China, where people are drinking more coffee than ever before. At the same time, more of us are chasing higher quality or specialty coffee, which takes more time to produce and costs more by nature. And of course, inflation plays a part too. Energy, packaging, transport, it's all gotten more expensive. And that adds up before the beans even get to the roaster or cafe. So yeah, it's not just one thing, it's a bit of a perfect storm. Across the US, coffee shop owners are feeling the pressure and trying out different strategies to keep things going. Many are raising prices. Meredith Benacasa from Pronto Cafe bumped hers by 10% at the start of 2025 after Lavazza, her distributor, raised theirs. Tracy Pagey from Karma Coffee said it was her first price increase in nearly 4 years, and that it's hard because it's across the board.
It's hard because it's across the board. It isn't just one thing. It's not one thing that is, kind of taking things down or making things hard. It's everything.
Others are adjusting sourcing strategies. Some are blending pricier beans with low-cost origins like Brazil, while others are doubling down on trusted supplier relationships to lock in consistent quality and more predictable prices. And a big one, being upfront with customers. Christian Brake even put signs outside his cafe to explain the price hikes.
No one ever likes to see price increases, especially for something that is such a staple part of your day, like coffee for a lot of people.
Brabeck even has a sign outside his restaurant to notify neighbors of the price increase coming soon.
Customers, for the most part, seem to understand, especially when owners are transparent about what's driving the changes. Like Ronnie Walsh from Colorado Legacy Coffee Roasters said, "When prices are high, our customers know. They bring it up. They've heard about the droughts in Brazil." And finally, there's a shift towards more collaboration. Roasters, producers, and importers are talking more, sharing forecasts, adjusting orders, and working together to stay afloat. Companies like Ali Coffee are helping bridge the gap between producers and shops so everyone's better aligned on what's coming next. One cafe owner even told me they're planning out coffee needs 3 to 6 months ahead now instead of going week to week. It's not about a magic fix, but it helps with cash flow and decision making. These aren't just band-aid solutions. For a lot of cafes, they're quickly becoming the new normal. So, will prices stay this high? Short version, probably not forever, but they're probably not dropping significantly in the next month or two either. In the past, when prices shot up, farmers planted more trees, and that led to a bump in supply and eventually prices settled. But with climate change and unpredictable weather, that cycle isn't as reliable anymore. Some experts are saying prices could stay elevated for another couple of years, especially if major producing regions keep facing climate change or climate-related issues. Honestly, no one really knows for sure, but most people I spoke with agree. It's smart to assume this might be the new baseline, for now at least. So here's my final thoughts. There's no single one answer. Every cafe is different. Some are raising prices, others are changing up blends, and a lot are trying to be more transparent with their customers. What's clear is that the old way of doing things, reacting month to month, it isn't really working anymore. Planning further ahead, staying close with your suppliers, and leaning on your community might be the best way through it. And if sustainability in coffee is something you're thinking about, I've got another video that dives deeper into that. Check it out if you're curious. But more importantly, how are you navigating all this in your cafe? What's been working? What's been challenging? I look forward to having a chat in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.